Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm back with Mr. Darren here. Darren Kit. That's not his name though. She told me I could tell his name, but I think I'm gonna wait until we do his little birth video, and then I'll tell you his name. If she wants to tell you down in the comments, then she'll tell you. But I think I'm gonna wait. Be another surprise for everybody. But he's coming along really good. We are almost done. We are at the blushing phase, which is adding a little more detail to his skin, his cheek area, his nose, his chin, maybe up on his forehead a little bit, temples, the top of his ears, bottom of his feet, his hands, his wrists, his elbow. So we're going to be doing that. And then I am going to not show his face because I don't want her to see. So you guys aren't going to be able to see. I'm not going to leave him like this. I am going to turn him around so you can't see his face because I want it to be a surprise. And so it'll be way fun. So we're going to mix up the red. I only have about 45 minutes to do this part, which that should be more than enough to do it, but we shall see. Distilled water, half tablespoon emulsion. We need it to stick to the vinyl, so we're going to do a drop of that. I just cleaned this off and it's still got crap on it. Okay, clean off your area. Mix this up. I think I put too much in, but it's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. And we're going to shake up our red. We're using red, like the Crimson Red, Genesis Red, if you're using heat set. So, because we want him to have some blushing. And we're going to need our sponge again. And we're going to take our red one that we used in the beginning. We're going to use that. We're going to take, I'm going to do a whole brush because I think a half a brush is not going to be enough. I want it to stick and I don't want to do like 5 layers of, I don't have the patience for that anymore. When I first started I did, but now I don't because I know how I can mix it to make it show up better. And we don't want him really red. His skin tone right now is perfect. So, and I don't want to mess that up. Let's put your cap back on. Got our sponge, we got our color. So now we are going to do this. I'm not going to show it on video. So maybe I'll do his head last. That way you guys aren't waiting. You can still look at him because I haven't done anything yet. Let's do his limbs first. That way you guys can see it and all that. I'm going to save his face. Everything else here on out, you're not going to see his face. This is the way it looks right now. You're not going to see all the details that I'm going to do on him. So this is really kind of watery, see? And you want to soak up that water, but you still want the red on there. So you just soak up the major water and you can leave it on there and sit there for a second. Let it soak in. We'll probably end up doing this 2 or 3 times because I always end up not happy with it. Because I want to see the red tint. And I probably would see it a lot better if I had used the maroon, but I don't want to do the maroon. I don't want it that red. I want it this red. See? So we are going to do that. We'll probably do it a couple of times. You can add red right here by his, we'll do that. We'll add some red there. We are going to add red on the side of his foot, his heel, especially the bottom of his foot, the side of his foot. I'm obsessed with that now, that look. But it's not going to be as dark as I do mine. We won't do that to her. Okay. So let's do this one. And like I said, once you, I've said several times, once you have paint on this sponge soaked up, it's on here. So you can go put, you know, put it where you want. And we just want it to have a red tint. So we are going to go all around here. And this never makes me happy because I want to see the red feet, because little babies have red feet, right? All along here, you're not going to do the middle. You're just going to do around, and you're going to do the tips of the toes and do around. You're going to do the ankle. So it looks like that. And it's going to be cute. I personally like them to have the redness. I may end up, because this is going to take me forever, I am not going to be happy with that. Okay. Well, let's see. Because I'm not happy with it, I'm going to get our maroon out. I'm going to get another thing, another brush, mix it up. Because it's not showing up like I want it to. Use the maroon sponge, and we'll see if this works. If this works, then we're good. I mean, it is and it isn't. I want it to show up. And it's not doing it fast enough for me. So we'll get rid of the extra pieces, and we'll take it off. And because there's red on the thing, you can do the tips of the toes. Because I want it to show up. Okay. So, there we go. His ankle's got the redness that I want, because I'm using what's left on the sponge. That's perfect. And we will add some to the knee. That's better. See, you can see it's on there, on the ankle. On the ankles, I like that. Now if I can just get it to look right on the bottom. I'm trying. So it's going to be probably, for me, you don't have to do the maroon. I just want it to show up quicker. And if I stayed with doing this one, I probably would have had 10 layers on here, if that. More than that, probably. So I'm just going and using the maroon layer because it's adding it quicker for me. It's making it show up better. I'm happier with it. Yeah, that's perfect. That's better. Okay, let me show you. See, I wanted it red. See, his ankle's red. The redder, you know. And his foot up around here is redder. You still see the blue in the arch and the top of his toes. His knee, it's got the blushing on it. And there's a little bit up here. We will add a little bit more. There. He's got more on the top. That I am happy with. Perfect. Very good. I'm pleased so far. So we'll do that again. We'll do his knee. We'll add some color to his knee. We'll do a line right there. We will do a little dot on the ankle. And we'll do a lot on the arch. Tops of the toes. Okay, now, before it dries, we are going to stamp it. And if you get a little water line, just kind of rub it off to the side, and then that'll take care of that. That won't show up anymore. So let's put you back. See? Today is the solar eclipse in New England. We saw it here. I got my glasses out. I'm like, wow, it's getting dark. What the heck? So I got my glasses out and I'm like, yep, you can see it. It's a partial eclipse for us. And where my son is in New Hampshire, it's going to be full eclipse like what we had out west here last year. And he's getting a full one this year. It's pretty cool. It's way neat. I'm glad I got to experience in my lifetime, you know. It's pretty nifty. And here it just went, the moon covered 3/4 of it. It wasn't the whole thing. It was just like a 3/4. It made it dark and cold though. Not dark, but you could tell that the sun was weird outside. And I'm just adding more what's on the sponge to the knee. I don't have to add anything else. He's got the red here. He's perfect there. So it's just the foot area again. And like I said, you'll see this. Can you see the line right there? That's the line of the paint. And you don't want that at all. So I'm just going to add a little bit more here. More because it's leaving the line from this right here like that. You don't want that. So I'm putting it back on and I'm rubbing it forward a little bit so it doesn't look like that again. because we don't want that. Now his little foot is not going to be like red. It's just going to be like, you can tell. And because we did that yellow down there, it's really making the skin pop, you know. Use the other brush to get in between the toes. You want to get in between the toes. Make that level up. The red. I think the outskirts are fine. I think the outskirt's fine. It's just this inner side now that I'm not happy with. And the heel. And we'll just keep pouncing away until it looks what I want it to look like. I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to this part, because I have a certain way that I want it to look. See his little, see, it's red. See? Perfect. And the side of his foot, his ankle, it's perfect. His knee will be perfect in just a second when I add some more color to it. And his knee is perfect. And you can still see the mottling that we did inside there. We'll just add a little more on his top there. Perfect. All right. We are getting somewhere. Now, the same idea with this is going to be a little bit different. I am going to take this sponge and do the elbow. We don't want that really red, but we want it red. Have the red tint because it has the yellow, and it's just going to magnify it. It's going to look so cute. So this red I'm going to use on his face, on his cheeks and stuff, but on his elbows and knees and all of that, I want it to show up more than what this is going to do. Okay, then I'm going to take this sponge, and because it has red on it, I'm going to put it on the knuckles. That he has. little knuckles. And for some reason, this area doesn't want to take the red. Like I said, different vinyls are different, and some of them will adhere really well and other ones won't. They'll just be a little pain in the butt. A little stink. Being a stink. Okay, that's red. I can see that now. We'll just blend that in everywhere. Blend it along. Okay, he's got his shoulder. We got his little fist right here. We're going to add some red to it. These little fists. And you can see the lines a little bit. I didn't do in-depth creasing there with that. Sometimes I like it and sometimes don't. I'd rather have the paint, when you put it on there, kind of seep in there, but not to like be extreme. You know what I mean? So we might end up doing, no, we don't think so. His creases aren't showing up. And see, here's his crease. It wasn't really showing up before. And yes, I am leaving the red on there because I want it to soak. Because if I take it off right now, it's not really going to do the look that I want. But I don't want the paint run either. So we're going to take care of that. And we will soak up what we can. Soak up inside the little crevices here. Because this hand was really blue, and I'm trying to tone that down now because I don't want it to be that blue. I want him to have a little bit of and sometimes we'll do this. I tend to do this on the hands more than I would the feet and stuff, because the creases as you go, as you're pouncing and stuff, it comes off because I'm not varnishing in between. I do all the varnish at the end. And heat set, you set it each time you heat. So if you like that layer, they put it in the heat. It's done. You can't fix it, you know. And so with air dry, it doesn't get done until the end. I suppose you could varnish as you go, but I wouldn't. There's no way I would do that. I'd do it all at the end. Oh, that's perfect. His little hand is red. His little hand. See, it's more red than blue now. That looks way better. I think we're going to have to put a little bit of line in there. inside the hand. It's not really getting as red as I want it to. That's going to look good after the varnish goes on. Well, that looks way cute. Let me move you over into the different light. You see the dark areas? You see the vein right there and on his wrist right here. So let me show you. So his little palm is red. His little palm. And anytime you see paint lines, just add some water to it and kind of rub it up. This is a little hand. See how blue it was in there, and I added all that red. It looks really good from, see, that looks good. All right, that's that one. And now we just got, oh, looks like so cute. We're gonna take this red sponge and put it on his knuckles like we did the other one. Add a little bit, I guess. Across there. We'll do some more. We'll do some more as we go. We'll redo the line a little bit in here. Redo this line a little bit in there, the crease. Make it a little bit darker. Make it a little bit darker. So you can see it. Now we are going to add it in here. Down here. This side. Inside here. There's a lot of red. We'll add a little bit on the elbow. And on the shoulder. Like I said, we'll do little bits here and there to make it kind of pop. And this sponge has red already on it. It's just not soaking wet red, so which is really good because we don't want it to be really red. We just want the red hue. His little hand. still more blue than it is red. We'd rather have it more red than blue. I'll do this one and see how it works. To his elbow, the top, his little fists. Look at how cute they look. Well, I think that's it for that. That I'm going to show you guys. So there's his little, that's what you do. That's how you do it. So that is all done. His blushing, his, all that stuff is done with his little feet and stuff. That looks good. I'm thinking on the arch I might have to add a little bit of red to it because I think it's still kind of blue. So I may go in a little bit with the red just to tone it down just a little bit. Make it blend in just a little bit more. And I'll do that on the other one too. And then, yeah, I'll do his head and then you guys won't see that. So I'm sorry. You'll see it in the end when we do his box opening, his birth video. I'll do a details with him and everything. And yeah, so that is it, guys, for the blushing. And the next step is the last part, is the flush. Just like we did in the beginning, you mix up your flush. I'm actually going to add a little, a tiny, put a little bit on the brush, red, and mix it in with the flesh and do a flesh layer all over the whole thing. And then we're going to do the varnish. We're getting there, so it's almost done. So thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for watching me blush this guy, and we'll see you again soon.